What's going on, guys? MariK here, back with another Dragon Ball Super video. We've so far seen just about everything there is to see from today's reveals for set 12. However, we still have yet to take a look at the Ultimate deck featuring a brand new Towa leader. So, without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So first up, we've got the new Towa leader. Art is on point with this card. Art's always on point with the Towa cards, I feel like. Permanent says, treat Dark Broly cards with original energy cost of 9 or less in your hand and non-black battle cards with Xeno in their character names and original energy cost of 9 or less in your hand as if they had no specified cost and reduce their energy cost by 1. That is a very large permanent ability, but to sum up, Dark Broly and non-black Xeno cards are reduced by 1 and have no specified cost. Auto says, when this card attacks, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand, then draw 1 card. When your life is 4 or less, draw 1 card, switch to energy, flip it to active mode. On the Awakened side, we have Towa and Mechikabura, Dark Conjurers. I would have preferred this leader if it was just Towa. Just leave the other dude out. Permanent is the same. Auto says, when this card attacks, draw 1 card, it gets plus 5,000 power. And once per turn, when one of your Dark Broly cards or non-black battle cards with Xeno in its character name is removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill, draw 1 card. So, if they KO your stuff by skills, because they can't run them over in battle, then you get to draw a card. It's not bad. It's interesting. It's cool. First up, as far as... Then we've got Dark Shenron, Tyrannical Savior. It doesn't even look like a Shenron. What the fuck is this thing from? It is a black unison card with 16,000 power. Permanent says this card can't attack. Its +1 says, activate main, you may choose 1 Dark Broly card with original energy cost of 9 or less, or 1 non-black battle card with Xeno in its character name and an original energy cost of 9 or less in your hand or drop area. Place it at the bottom of your deck. If you place a card from your hand at the bottom of your deck, draw 1 card. Oh, man, these abilities are going to be long for all of these cards. -3 says, auto, if your leader card is a Towa card and you have 4 or more energy at the start of your main phase, choose up to 3 non-black battle cards with an energy cost of 3 or less and Xeno in their character names and or Dark Broly cards from your deck or hand. Play them, then shuffle your deck if you look through them. So, your leader has to be Towa. We got 2 different Towa leaders. 4 or more energy. Choose up to 3 non-black battle cards with Xeno or Dark Broly and play them. That's actually a pretty solid ability to just kind of start swarming the field with shit. I like that a lot. I still have no idea what the card itself is, but I like it. Then we've got Dark Broly, Unbridled Destruction. He's a 7 cost, 30,000 with Deflect and Unique. You EX evolve him for 2 energy on top of a Dark Broly with an energy cost of 2 or 6. Very specific numbers there. Permanent says this card is also treated as black in all areas. Auto says, if your opponent's life is 3 or more, and there's a card under this card, when this card is played, switch this card to active mode, then your opponent may choose up to 1 battle card each from their hand, battle area, and or drop area, send them to a warp. If they sent 2 or fewer cards to their warp, choose 1 of your card in your opponent's life, place it in their drop area. And you can't play copies of this card for the turn. Wow. So they have to be at 3 or more to use it. There has to be a card underneath this card. So when you play it. But how do you play it with a card underneath it? Never mind. It's an EX Evolve, not a Unison. What the fuck am I thinking? That's interesting. So either you're going to crit them, or they're going to lose a battle card from their hand, battle area, and or drop area. And if they send 2 or fewer, so they have to send 1 from each area. That's pretty fucking gross. Then we have Dark Broly, the Shadow Warrior. He's a 2 cost, 15,000 with Unique. Activate main says, for 1 energy, if your leader card is black and your opponent has 3 or more energy, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand. Play up to 1 Dark Broly with an energy cost of 6 or 7 from your deck on top of this card in active mode, then shuffle your deck. So, this card would actually let you play the other Broly, right? Because this doesn't say you have to EX Evolve it. It just says when this card is played. So, I kind of like that. That's a very easy way to get out that Broly and then to just start warping your opponent's shit away. Now, you can only do one per turn, but still. Up next, we have Janimba, the Shadow Warrior. He's a 2-cost, 15,000 counterattack. Negate the attack, then play this card. If you negated a leader's attack with a skill, your opponent can't attack with leader cards for the turn. That's kind of like Flying Nimbus, but for leaders. This will be a good counter to the Gohan Reboot leader. But other than that, it's still very situational. Then we've got Frieza, the Shadow Warrior. He's a 2-cost, 15,000 with Unique. Permanent says, when your opponent has 7 or more cards in their hand, this card can attack your opponent's battle cards in active mode. Auto says, once per turn, if your leader card is a black Demon Realm race card, if this card's attack KOs an opponent's battle card or removes a marker from an opponent's unison card, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand, then your opponent chooses 1 card in their hand and discards it. Overall, pretty solid. It's not terrible, and it does let you attack active battle cards, so that's definitely makes it a lot better than the Janimba. Then we've got Majin Buu, the Shadow Warrior. He's a 4-cost, 20,000 with Unique and Barrier. Auto says, once per turn, when this card is played, look it up to 7 cards from the top of your deck. Play up to 1 Dark Broly card with an energy cost of 9 or less. Or up to 1 non-black battle card with Xeno in its character name 9 or less, then shuffle your deck. So wait, hold up. So, this Majin Buu is a 4-cost. He's got Barrier. And when you play him, you look at 7 cards from the top of your deck and choose one of those and play it. That's huge. Granted, you could whiff and there not be anything there, but that is huge. For a card that gives you a 20,000 beat stick plus whatever you search from the top of your deck for 4 energy, that's pretty wild. The Majin Buu is a fucking great card for that shit. Then we've got Lord Slug, the Shadow Warrior. He's a 2-cost, 10,000, unique and blocker. Auto says, for 1 energy, if your leader is a black Demon Realm race card, when this card is removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill or KO'd, play up to 1 Lord Slug Zeno card with an energy cost of 9 from your deck, and then shuffle your deck. So, that's definitely going to want to go with more of the support that we'll be seeing in set 12 when they reveal to us the more of the yellow stuff, because Lord Slug cost them 9. That's pretty gross. And it just has to be KO'd, so you just play it, just block her, let him die, and then get the ability off. Pretty gross to be able to... Basically, you'd be playing a... you basically be playing a 9 cost for essentially 3 energy. That's just disgusting. Then we have the Dark Dragon Balls. It's a 0 cost... Extra card says, permanent, this card gains Dark Dragon Ball in all areas. Activate main if your leader card is a black Demon Realm race. Look at 7 cards from the top of your deck. Add up to 1 Dark Broly card, non-black battle card with Zeno in its character name. Or black Unison card, 16,000 power among them to your hand. Shuffle your deck, and you can't activate copies of this card for the turn. So, it's a good searcher, and it counts as a Dark Dragon Ball, so that's pretty solid. Thankfully, there is the restriction that says you can't activate it more than once a turn. Otherwise, that could get really out of hand really fast. Then we've got Lord Slug, Unbridled Might. He's a 2-cost, or he's a 9-cost, 25,000. So this is the Lord Slug that yellow Lord Slug was referring to. That one being the 2-cost. He's got Energy Exhaust, Unique, and Blocker. EX Evolve for 2 energy, draw 1 card by playing him on a Lord Slug Zeno with an energy cost of 2. So, of course, the one that came with this deck. Auto says, once per turn, when this card KOs an opponent's battle card or activates his blocker skill, switch this card to active mode. So, he's a big blocker, and if they KO one of your battle cards, like a smaller blocker, No, wait. This says when this card KOs an opponent's battle card or activates its blocker. So if it activates blocker, it switches back to active mode to block again. If it KOs a battle card, it switches back to active mode to be a blocker. Okay. Second auto says, when this card is removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill, choose one card in your opponent's hand and one of their battle cards, place them in their owner's drop area, then choose up to one of your opponent's unison cards and remove 2 markers from it. So, potentially a -3 right there. That could be a really solid play. But also having a 25,000 blocker that can attack and block twice in one turn. That's really fucking good. Alright, so that's going to go ahead and wrap it up for the new Ultimate deck that comes out alongside Set 12. I gotta say, Set 12 really caught me off guard with having some interesting stuff. I'm still looking forward to seeing some more support for some of the other archetypes, but honestly, it's looking like I'm looking forward to blue and yellow the most. Go figure that I'm looking forward towards blue, or even yellow. I mean, those are pretty much the Bardock colors at this point, and so that's usually what I'm always looking forward to, but I've been waiting for a good Whis leader for a long time, and the Pycon seems pretty cool too, so who knows? We'll see what else we get revealed to us in the following weeks, and we'll have a better idea of what we think could be the best deck in the new set. But let me know what you guys think about the Ultimate deck in the comments down below. Are you happy we're getting more Towa support, more Zeno support? Personally, I think the leader seems pretty badass, but we'll just have to wait and see how much of an impact it can make on the current state of the game compared to everything else that will be revealed later in the coming weeks. But with that, we're going to go ahead and get the frig out of here, and we'll see you guys in the next video.